caution at the Speedway, 7th caution flag of the day. As there's Jimmy Howell waving the caution. And we are told that is to allow an ambulance to leave the racetrack. An ambulance waiting the inside. There's the ambulance, the Bristol life-saving crew. That's going to go across the racetrack and be able to move out. There is no tunnel here at Bristol International Raceway, but NASCAR understands that if we need to get someone out of the racetrack, that they will caution the race, put a caution flag on the racetrack, and the ambulance is now exited, and they will close the gate. So it'll head over to Bristol Regional Medical Center. 121 laps are complete. 29 laps remaining here in the Goody's 150.
That was a break for some of these fellows trying to catch Lyndon Amick. We'll see if it's a break if they're able to catch him now, but he was driving away from the field. Talk about the leader of the race, the 33 car.
Lots of racing action yet to come your way here. A doubleheader tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Our live flag-to-flag coverage of Slim Jim All-Pro Series, the Gambler, Bass Boats 200. Ron Young on the pole for that one. Then at 9 o'clock Eastern time, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, Coca-Cola 200. Mike Skinner on the pole. Hey, Skinner, 3 wins in a row. He is the fastest qualifier. Rick Corelli, Jimmy Hensley, Jack Sprague, and Butch Miller rounding out the top 5 starters in that one. 7:30 p.m. Eastern for the All-Pro Series, and then the NASCAR Craftsman guys go out at 9 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN. Our live coverage from right here at Thunder Valley Bristol Motor Speedway. Top 15 runners right now. We have 5 cars still on the lead lap. Lyndon Amick being shown as our leader. Mike Swain Sr., Robert Huffman, Ned Combs, and Jimmy Foster. All 5 of those on the lead lap. Ricky Bryant, Benny being shown 1 lap down in 6th spot.
In 6th spot, yes. The drivers, I'm told, that were in the ambulance going just to get checked over, nothing but a precautionary. We saw Mike Swain Jr. Standing outside his car. Also, Brian Sockwell in the 54 car just complaining about a little back pain. So both those drivers taken just as precautionary measures to the local hospital for x-ray.
Away. That's good news that NASCAR doesn't leave any stone unturned. Go get some x-rays for some sore muscles. Meanwhile, we're back to green flag racing. Danny Bagwell is not on the lead lap in the car number 10, but trying to get one back on the inside of Lyndon Amick. And Amick slides high. Bagwell's damaged Ford probe somehow pulls Amick out of turn 4.
And Lyndon Amick really truly was wise to back off and let Bagwell go, because the 21 car, Mike Swain Sr., could easily have gotten by him, and as fast as Lyndon Amick is, I'm not sure he was able to pass the 21 car back.
As you watch this battle up front, single file, watch Robert Huffman make a move on Junior Miller to go to the outside. Let's check in with Marty Reed. Marty, update us on why the ambulance was leaving.
You guys were right with the names. It was Swain and Sockwell, and they are being taken to the hospital for precautionary measures. They were complaining, Swain was complaining of back and neck pain, and Sockwell from thoracic pain. So, Doc, that's your area. I'll let you explain all that.
Well, but the good news, Marty, is both drivers seem to be okay from that accident. These are precautionary x-rays, and that's the best news. These cars built very, very safe under the NASCAR Goody Dash Series specifications.
And once again, the 9 car, Ned Combs, able to get by Junior Miller. And now we've got 2 cars spinning down the front stretch, Ricky Bryant and John Redmond. That's Ricky on the right side, the 5 car. John Redmond, the blue and white 45, and
no caution as yet, Benny, and Bryant's car is not refired. Now it begins to move. No, still hasn't refired. Leaders flashed by. Now Bryant's car refires, and we will not get a caution flag.
Boy, Danny Bagwell in the 10 car needed that caution flag desperately. Meanwhile, Mike Swain Sr. has closed up right on the back bumper of the leader. Once again, Jimmy Foster trying to get by the lap car of Junior Miller.
Up there, that's the leader right there, Lyndon Amick in the 33. Young man out of Batesburg, South Carolina.
Let's see if we can see what happened on the spin just a moment ago. There we see the 2 cars. Ricky Bryant on the outside. And Redmond goes down, hits the apron with the left front tire, and that kicked the car out right in the left rear quarter of Ricky Bryant. And around goes Ricky, both cars, as a matter of fact.
Benny, here's a different angle from our speed shot that's posted right at the start-finish line. Watch this spin, this connection here.
And Redmond just caught the apron with the left front tire, got his car loose, and when he saved it, when he gained back control, he had to go up to the racetrack. In doing so, collected Ricky Bryant's car.
Well, the 10 car, you're looking at Danny Bagwell, is being shown now 2 laps down in 9th spot. There's Lyndon Amick, the leader, right on his rear bumper, the 33 car. About 7 or 8 car lengths back is the 21 car, Mike Swain Sr., who won this race back in 1987. The NASCAR is coming to the high banks of Bristol that many years ago. Now this is their 3rd consecutive year coming back.
That 3rd car that on the right of the screen is the 2nd place car, Mike Swain Sr. There he is. Just isn't that far behind our leader, Lyndon Amick.
12 car lengths behind Swain. That car number 21 is the 3rd place car, Robert Huffman. There is Swain. Early 2nd, started back in 10th spot. Husqvarna, the sponsor on that Dodge Avenger, owned by David Watson out of Boone, North Carolina. There's Robert Huffman's White House apple juice Pontiac.
Bagwell goes by John Redmond in the 45 car. So does the leader, Amick.
14 laps to go here in the Goody's 150. He joined us late. This race was red flagged for 8 minutes and 28 seconds back on lap 87. 10 cars involved, including our pole sitter, Will Hobgood. Heavy damage on the 07 of George Crenshaw. Dan Tardis's car nearly destroyed. But the good news, all the drivers were able to walk away. A couple have been taken out for precautionary x-rays, but no serious injuries have been reported. That's the best news.
Right now, the 21 car is running a little bit higher line than Lyndon Amick, and it really seems to be working for him. Remember, just before this caution flag, he was straight away behind the leader, and look how much higher he's running now. He's running above the groove or the black part of the racetrack. There's the 3rd place car.
Robert Huffman, a 2-time winner this year in the series. Led only a half a lap back early this month at Florence, South Carolina, but that was all he needed. He led the white flag lap and picked up that win there. Has a 26-point lead over Danny Bagwell, who's currently being shown back in 9th spot. He will strengthen that lead. He can hang on and finish in the 3rd spot tonight.
10 laps to go, and Lyndon Amick and Bagwell almost crashed going down in turn 1. Wow, it was close. And the signal was given from the flagman. 10 laps to go. Lyndon Amick tried to get on the inside of Bagwell, and just about, they both about crashed in turn 1. Now Bagwell moved. Once again, watch this. Down in turn 1, Lyndon Amick tried to get on the inside. Bagwell goes down and runs Amick all the way to the apron of the racetrack.
Boy, Amick jumped in the brakes, and now he's able to move around Danny Bagwell. Danny realizing now with less than 10 to go, there's no way he's going to make up the lap. Will Hobgood back on the racetrack. Very, very slow into turn 1. He was one of the cars heavily damaged as the leaders now flash by.
Ricky Bryan in the 5 car, and there's the 21 car, Mike Swain Sr., and look how he goes high around those cars. He's not slowing down nearly as much in traffic as is Lyndon Amick.
7 laps to go, and that's the differential right there. Out of turn 2, about 6 car lengths now between the Pontiac and the Dodge. Amick in the Pontiac.
Oh, and a crash. Redmond crashes coming off turn 2, and the caution flag is out.
Caution flag for the 7th time today. Heavy damage on the back of the car number 45 of John Redmond out of Fairfax Station, Virginia.
That's the deck lid we see on the ground. He's backed it in the fence. The deck lid is almost off the car.
We'll show you a look at this car already sliding. Look, car got off the ground.
Goodness gracious.
Got up across the wall. That catch fence there doing exactly what it was supposed to do, but that deck lid peeled away.
I wonder why he didn't drive the car back to the garage area, and I can understand he's scared to death. I would be too if I'd gotten that high.
Now he's pulling the helmet off, has the window net down, which is the NASCAR signal. They tell the drivers in the drivers meeting, if you're okay, take the window net down and lay it down so we can see it in the tower, and the safety crews will know that you're going to be okay. We don't have to necessarily rush to your race car. 5 laps to go. Now, if you're worried about this race finishing under caution, it won't, folks. The rules are that in NASCAR Goodies Dash Series, every race must finish under the green flag, which means we're going to have one heck of a shootout here in these final few laps. They must get them the green, the white, and the checkered, so we will see at least 2 laps of racing under green, even if it takes a little while to get the 45 car off the racetrack.
And the first 5 cars, all the cars in the lead lap, will restart the race nose to tail. They will not be lap cars beside of them or in front of them. The first 5 cars will be lined up nose to tail. Looks like Hobgood has decided to...
Yeah, take the plugs out and get it out of there and shoot some WD-40 or something in it and lubricate them cylinders.
They ever say, Will Hobgood said, take the plugs out, shoot some WD-40 in there, let's lubricate those cylinders.
Already given orders from inside the race car. Will Hobgood
ready to go on the truck to go home.
Yeah, he's quite a competitor. What a tough day for the Hobgood family. His son, Jake Hobgood, wrecked the car that Will set on the pole with here last year early in the afternoon in practice. Hit the first turn wall a ton. That car's going to require a new front clip, Will was telling me. Now this car heavily damaged. After sitting on the pole for the 3rd year in a row with a new track record, he will not get a good finish at Bristol.
I can't believe how high Redmond's car was as he backed in the fenced off turn 2. Man. I don't blame him. Just let that record take it on back to the garage area.
He got out, looked a little bit woozy as he wobbled out of that race car. Reached over and grabbed the deck lid on the car number 45. Final laps here of the NASCAR Goodies Dash 150. We mentioned earlier, lots of racing action to come this weekend. Tomorrow night, we got a doubleheader on ESPN Classic, the NASCAR Slim Jim All-Pro Series. We'll go at it. Ron Young on the pole, Bill Alsop Jr. on the outside front row, Mike Cope, David Hutto, Steve Allison. That's the top 5 in qualifying. And here's our top 15 for this race tonight as laps are winding down. Lyndon Amick, Mike Swaim Sr., Robert Huffman, Ned Combs, and Jimmy Foster. Those cars are on the lead lap. 1 lap down being shown Junior Miller. Danny Bagwell is 2 laps down. In 7th spot, Ricky Bryant. John Redmond was being shown in 9th spot. He's now on his way to the garage area on the hook. And Davis Myers was being shown in 10th spot. Will Hobgood just parked his Pontiac, so...
You know, there's only 10 cars on the racetrack. There's only 10 cars left running on the racetrack. So the attrition rate here at Bristol has been heavy.
38 cars were here to attempt to qualify. Only 30 were able to start. 28 by virtue of qualifying speeds. 2 provisional starters. 8 had to go home. That's how tough the competition is. And folks, 30 started. There's only 10 left. That's how tough this racetrack really is.
I would guess that the next time by, we'll probably get 1 lap to go. And they're putting, no, I guess we won't either because they have just put some oil dry down in turns 1 and 2. And I'm sure they'll let the race cars run through that for a lap or 2 to get that worked in, and then we'll go back to green.
Well, tomorrow night we've got a NASCAR double dip for you from Bristol Motor Speedway. First, the Slim Jim All-Pro Series takes it to High Banks. Then it's a NASCAR Craftsman Trucks as Ron Hornaday and Mike Skinner battling a tight points race. Also, veteran Harry Gant makes his debut in the Truck Series. Great action from the East Tennessee Hills. The Slim Jim All-Pro Series at 7:30, followed by the Craftsman Trucks tomorrow night on ESPN at 9 p.m. Eastern.